first and foremost, how does not having a work-life balance influence us? Because kama side moja imetopple, if one side is heavier than the other side, even in a beam balance, see the other side in a drop, the other side in a lift. So here today, why does not having a work-life balance influence your mental health is because there will be increasing stress levels, and stress is a contributing factor to a lot of illnesses, including maybe chronic stomach pains, ulcers. For some people, they even develop mental illnesses just because of stress. So how can we maintain, why is it important to maintain that balance? First and foremost, there's stress reduction. Your levels of stress go down because you don't spend your time thinking about one aspect of your life, about your deadlines, about the commitments you've made. You take some time off to think about something else, and that in turn reduces your level of stress. Stress reduction in turn inaleta issues like health problems. Your health will be up to par. Your interaction with people will be up to par. The second one is increased productivity. When you've taken care of yourself and you've taken care of your body and your mind and your soul and your spirit, you'll have increased productivity. New ideas will be easier to come up with. Your deadlines will be easier to meet. Your colleagues will no longer be frustrating in your eyes or in your space, because you have learned, you have cleared the part of your brain, your mind that has been clouded by stress and constant thoughts about the work you have to do and the work you have not yet done. Another thing is it improves relationships, whether it be with your family or your friends or your workplace colleagues, because you have allocated time to each one of them. If it's your colleagues, there's specific time where you interact with your colleagues at work. If it's your friends and families, you interact with them outside work, which in turn fosters good relationship between both parties. After that, there's increased physical health. Tumeongelelea venye stress inaleta vitu kama ulcers, inaleta sometimes mental illnesses. And if you don't have stress in turn, you have a healthy body, you have a healthy mind, and sasa magonjwa itatoka wapi? Akutakwa nazo. The next one is it will help you set boundaries. So your employer will not give you work ya kufanya within 18 hours and your work description is 12 hours. Even if you decide to take maybe some overtime, you will have also reduced and you have set boundaries. So even your employer knows your limits. Wewe mwenyewe, you know your limits. You know what you can do, what you cannot do, where you can exceed, where you can't exceed. So it is very important to maintain that balance so that your boundaries are also very clear. Another thing is self-care practices. When it comes to self-care practices, ini kupatia mwili shukrani, giving back to yourself and commending yourself for the hard work you have put in. So how do we practice self-care? You can take some time off work. You can indulge in new hobbies. You can spend time with your family, your friends, or people who just generally bring joy to your life. And in doing so, you're at peace. Your mental health is taken care of. Your physical health is taken care of. And even your social relationships are built better. Another one is organizational support. That one it plays a part in helping us with the work-life balance. When you talk to your employer and your employer agrees about the bounds, that is why we have contracts, if I'm not wrong. They will give you the time description, the amount of time you're supposed to be at work, and within the bounds of your abilities, you get your organizational support, in that even your employers or your colleagues understand your bounds and your limits, and you can work together, enhancing even your organization to be more productive. And finally, it encourages open communication. When you have your own boundaries, and the company your organization also has its own boundaries, and you discuss them and talk to each other, you have encouraged that open communication so that there's no one else in the institution or the organization who feels scared or who feels guilty about deciding to take time off, deciding to define their bounds of practice, what they can and can't do. And open communication always leads to good things. I would like to urge all of you to take care of your mental health, to look at your work and your life and see where there's an imbalance and try to bring back the balance. Thank you.